Welcome to Edu at the 7 Computer Science. Today we will discuss about the digital electronics. So digital electronics, so it is very simple to give the definition about digital electronics. If we will say who is human, so we have to say human who has a mind and they can be the master of themselves. It is as simple as that, human having a body and other some kind of the feature. So it is as simple as that. If we are talking about the digital electronics, so digital electronics are the electronics that use the digital signal. Now another stupid thing we can add here, instead of analog signal, and it is the most common representation of the Boolean algebra. So it is most common representation of the Boolean algebra. Now you can ask that what is Boolean algebra? So this is a algebra uses a number in the form of the zeros and ones. With the help of the logic gate, it can find out some certain result or some other complex kind of the complex problem, and so that you can use the digital or logic gates. With the help of the Boolean algebra, you can find out the such solution. Now coming to the coming back to the digital electronics. Digital electronics is a electronics that use the digital signal, and it is a common representation of the Boolean algebra. And the fundamental unit, how you can use the digital electronics, how can you create the digital electronics. The fundamental unit of digital electronics is the logic gate and the numerous of the logic gate. Numerous of the logic gate, when combined together, it will create the complex digital electronics, so that you can find out the solution of the complex problem. So it is very simple. The definition is very simple. Digital electronics is the electronics that uses the digital signal instead of the analog signal. It is common representation of the Boolean algebra, and the fundamental unit is a logic gates. We can combine the numbers or numerous of the logic gate to create a complex digital electronics. It is used, or it is base of the all mobile. It is base of the all mobile computer system, numerous of other consumer products also. Of course, if there is no digital electronics, there is no logic gate. If you can't perform the Boolean algebra to find out the mathematical expression and some other logical expression, so you can't operate your mobile and some other unit devices. It is just you can operate the mobile. There is some mathematical and logical operation performed behind your system. So it is just because of the digital electronics. So if you are saying that digital signal, then what is this and what is a analog signal? So there are the two types of the signal. First one is a digital signal and second one is an analog signal. So analog signals are those signals that having the continuous changing of the physical phenomena, it varies by the time. And if you see in the hospitals and some other scientific organization, they uses the analog signal. Suppose if you have to check out the pulses and the heart rate, you can't use the digital signal over there, because digital signal having a logic gates, and they having the numbers Boolean algebra or Boolean's number, so that they can calculate the some kind of the problem. They can calculate and find out the result in the form of the Boolean numbers. But analog signal is a continuous changes of the physical phenomena. If you have to measure the pulses and the heart rates and some other phenomena which is changing in the form of the by the varies of the time, you have to use an analog signal. So this digital signal, it is a set of the discrete waveforms, whereas the analog signal is a continuous changes in the physical phenomena. So these two signals are used, and the most commonly we are using the digital signal, and of course professionally and personally we use the digital electronics. And in digital electronics that uses the digital signals, fundamental unit is a logic gate, and there are the numerous of the logic gates. When combined together, they create a complex digital signal. Now coming to the number system. So if all these happens in behind the mobile to calculate or to perform the some operation, so there is a conversion always happen. If there is a Boolean number 0 and 1, so it has to be changed in the form of the some other number system as well, because in our course there are the number system. First one is a binary number system, second one is a octal number system, hexadecimal number system, and the decimal number system. So our computer understands only the binary number system, which has the zeros and the one, and we know an octal number system is a shorthand format of the hexadecimal number system. And hexadecimal system, which is used by the alphabets, numbers, so it has to be converted into hexadecimal so that it can represent in the form of the human readable form. And of course there is a decimal number so that we can perform the calculation. So if you want to give the instruction to the computer, then your information in the form of the hexadecimal and some other format, then it has to be converted in the zeros and ones by the interpreter and the compiler, so that computer can understand it and just perform the calculation, perform the task, some specific task, so that it will convert then into the some other format or in the human readable format. Then only you can find out the result whatever you required. So it is for that it is necessary you have to understand the conversion between the one number the conversion from one number system to the another number system. So in the digital electronics there is a kind of the number system. So what is number system? Number system is a set of the values or the set of the number of the symbols in a specific system is known as a number system, and the total number or the digit comes or contains under the specific number system is known as a radix or base. So in a binary number system there are the two numbers, so its base on the radix is 2, and in the octal number system there are the 8 numbers, so its radix or base is 8. Hexadecimal 16, decimal 10. Thank you.